Many thanks to the producers who make this mess possible. Hasan Piker, Joy Reid of the Muslim community. He's been in a bit of hot water recently, and by recently I mean since, about October 2023. Fortunately for me, I have no dog in the Israel v. Palestine fight. I know I've made a couple videos giving my takes, but ultimately I guess I don't have enough European blood in me to feel compelled to adorn my house with my preferred faction to rule the Holy Land. But the demographic that does seems to be who Hasan Piker is doubling and tripling and quadrupling down on. The types of suburban Redditors who will talk a big game on Twitch and then do nothing because they're ultimately quite comfortable and safe. And the war is so far away. So let's talk about it. As of today, Hasan is now banned on Twitch, probably temporarily. And I want to take the chance to explain both what an idiot he's been and genuinely express some degree of sympathy. Seriously, Hasan, if you ever watch this, brown man solidarity, I get it, and I feel you, but I'm gonna try to put some genuine advice in here, man, because it seems like you need it. As long as you stop telling people to commit murder. So welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Richard, and I am so glad that you could be here today. So it seems like leftists, especially the brown ones, all the way from MSNBC to Twitch are getting canned left and right. Though fortunately for Hasan, he does have a few advantages over Joy Reid. He's young, with a younger audience. He's new media, which gives him a certain flexibility and connectivity to his audience that's unbreakable, compared to the rigidity of cable at least. And there is a lot of goodwill for Palestine remaining in the United States. For now. If they can turn on Ukraine, then Americans can certainly turn on Muslims. Especially when it's so profitable. And I think that there are two mindset shifts that are gripping Americans right now that are causing, creators who are, very much in the vein of, if you don't support me, you're racist, to lose their platforms continuously. One is that the tolerance for the rhetoric of, if you don't support me, you're racist, you're fascist, you're misogynist, is just not tolerated anymore the way it was even 6 months ago. The same talk that liberals were doubling and tripling and quadrupling down on in the run-up to the election is now quite unpopular. Half the reason for the podcast boom was that many people wanted actually nuanced conversations. Now in 2025, it seems like many people is all people. No one wants to hear that they're a bad person just for having a take. No one wants to buy into a party line anymore. And the second shift is that the American left is just absolutely exhausted. They have been primed for civil war, told that they are in an existential struggle against the conservative threat, and pumped for cash by a relentless fundraising machine for a decade now. Remember, Donald Trump started his first presidential run in 2015. There's just no gas left in the tank at this point. And I honestly don't blame them. If anything, I genuinely feel bad for the left at this point. The fact that their own institutions have just screwed them over this badly. Force-fed all of this hatred and told that traditional values will creep in and oppress them, only to find that the party feeding them all this crap just wanted to collect donations so that they could get paid to tread water and not reverse all the tariffs they spent all the time complaining about. And this is the group that Hasan thinks will be willing to kill a U.S. senator. In a video game. Yeah, sure, buddy, whatever. That defense may work on Twitch, but it ain't gonna work in court. Now, come here. Come here, Hasan. I actually genuinely want to give you some advice here. Brown man solidarity. Okay? Actual advice here, Hasan. You gotta shut the fuck up once in a while. I get it. You got famous during this liberal blip where being anti-American was not only okay, but encouraged. And I also do think, it's gotta genuinely be frustrating to at this point have come so far and have made so much money for yourself and for this capitalist machine that you rail against, only to find that you're still handicapped in what you can say and do. I get it. That actually is frustrating, as long as what you're saying is not to kill people. But things are different now. And if you want to actually protect Muslims, if you truly care about your Muslim brothers and sisters, the best thing that you can do is retain your platform by any means necessary. Everyone will forget everything that you said. The internet has a very short memory, chronically. if you shut the fuck up when you come back from this Twitch ban, because inevitably they're going to let you back on the platform, and YouTube hasn't banned you yet, you can retain your position. You can retain your wealth, you can retain your status, and you can retain your audience, and you can use that to actually help the Muslim community. Do not throw all of that away to impress stupid fucking white middle-class Redditors in your audience because you think it makes you cool. They're not going to kill Rick Scott. They're not going to actually do any of these things you're encouraging them to do in a video game, Do not double down on the white liberals. Take it from a black-ish man. All it leads to is systemic poverty and Section 8 housing. You want to protect your Muslim brothers and sisters? You need to shut the fuck up, smile, and do the right thing for them. Retain your platform and be visible. I'm serious. Like, I know I have this chronic condition where I always sound at least like 15% sarcastic, like at minimum. But I really do want you to know, Hasan, if you see this, I really do want to help you here, man. Anyway, that was depressing. Very depressing. I will see you guys in the next one.